Hello, my name is Jackie Chapman, and today I'm going to start recording a series of short videos that's going to guide you through steps to make your own vision board. They do work, and there's a really simple explanation as to why they do work so well. Visualization is one of the most powerful mind exercises that you can do. Believe it or not, we know that visualization works. Olympic athletes have been using this for decades to improve their performance. What is it Muhammad Ali used to say? I am the greatest. He used to use visualization before each and every fight. He imagined himself winning and knocking out his opponent each time. That's why he was the greatest. It really is simple to do. Your vision board should focus on how you want to feel, not just the material things that you want in your life. Don't get me wrong, it's good to include some of those things in your vision board too. But the more of the board focuses on how you want to feel, the more it will actually come to life for you. So each day I'm going to talk a little bit about the different aspects and different parts of our lives that we need to consider when we are making our vision board. Today I'm going to start off talking about happiness. Possibly it's the best place to start looking at this is what is the definition of happiness. We all consider happiness to be different. But what it says is that the feeling that comes over you when you know that life is good and you can't help but smile. It's the opposite of sadness. And the dictionary says happiness is a sense of well-being, of joy and or contentment. And because of this feeling, when we do feel happy, we usually want to do more of it often. Whatever it is we've done to make it feel like that. I don't know about you, but I've never heard of anybody ever complaining of feeling too much happiness. Many people get happiness and excitement confused. The excitement of new experiences, the excitement of going out for a great meal, finishing off with that chocolate fudge cake with ice cream, the thrill of the roller coaster at the fair, excited with travelling to new places that maybe you've never visited before. Something new is exciting, and we think that if we could get this feeling more often, that we would be happier for longer. If so, we would actually be forever chasing that feeling. There are other ways that we can feel happy in our lives, and here are just a few that you could try. Being grateful and showing gratitude. So gratitude is about being aware of and thankful for the good things that happen in our life and taking the time to appreciate them and to return the kindness. Being grateful is more than just saying thank you to people. When you truly express gratitude, it can actually lead to a stronger sense of well-being. So, how can we do this? Different ways that we can express gratitude would be to perhaps keep a note or keep a journal. This could be writing it down in a small notebook. You could just do it on the notes on your phone. But if you've done this every day and write down the little things that give you joy each day. For example, it could be something as simple as I got to talk to my mum today. Maybe you've got FaceTime or a video chat and you could say that. It could be that I am grateful that all my friends and all my family are safe and well. It could just be as simple as I'm really grateful that when I went to the shops today, I had everything that I wanted. That's one way we could do it. Another thing we could do is write down 3 good things. So identify 3 good things that have gone really well for you in the last couple of months. Identify and look at why you think they went really well. What was it that made them go really, really well? This is over the last couple of months. You could also write thank you notes to other people. And this doesn't have to be a recent thing. These could be thank you notes to people that have made a difference in your life. It could be teachers at school. It could be somebody that you knew a long time ago. You don't actually have to send them or post them. So you could do this on your phone or on pen and paper. But just writing them down actually really helps to raise the levels of gratitude. Get you really thinking. Maybe think about somebody that's really inspired you. What was it about them that really inspired you? What was it that was most significant? What was it that you were grateful to them for? So the things, as apart from gratitude, that you could try would be to stop overthinking. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but are you one of those people that's constantly worrying about something? It could be something that's happened in the past, or it could be something that's going to happen in the future. You're constantly analysing over things that you can't do anything about. Trying to think about the now. Try and think about where we are right now. Think about what's happening right now, today and in the present. Is there something that you can physically do that would help or to make things better? If there's not, then let it go. Don't argue with yourself over things that have happened in the past that there's nothing you can do about. We can't turn the clocks back. So don't worry about things that have happened in the past. And for the future, instead of worrying about things that haven't happened yet, set positive goals. But there is more. I'm going to talk a little bit more about goal setting a little bit later on in the week. A few other ways that you can actually increase your levels of happiness are perform a random act of kindness. So it could be that before you go to the shops today, knock on a neighbour who hasn't been out, maybe an elderly neighbour that would need some help, and see if there's anything that you need to pick up from them. Remember social distancing, knock on the door and step well back away from the front door, keeping that 2 metre space. Maybe message a friend who you haven't heard from for a while, who's gone a bit quiet, who might be struggling at the moment. Send them a little text, send them a little voice note, give them a call. Did you know that people that actually care for other people on a constant basis tend to be more happy and less depressed? Another way would be for physical and your exercise side of it. So basically it's saying that you need to keep moving and to eat well. Regular exercise has been proven to lower depression. Find your flow is another one. Find your flow. If we are deeply involved in trying to learn something new, so really focusing your mind on something else, reaching that goal, doing an activity that's challenging, that's got to be suited to our skill level. And we experience a joyful state called flow. Many different activities like sports or maybe knitting, crochet, cooking, something that we've really got to follow step by step, and we can achieve that goal at the end. And that sense of achievement and that sense of fulfillment will actually help raise our level of happiness. So okay, we're now going to start talking about our goal board. So we looked at happiness in all the different ways, so we need to keep all of that in mind. Start doing those gratitude journals in the morning, and then we're going to start looking at making our vision board. What it is that we want our life to look like. Remember that there's only one major rule when you're creating your vision board, and that there is no rules. You're not going to mess it up. You can create your own vision board on your own terms. So before you start, you need to go and gather a few things together. So we're going to do the next lesson tomorrow. So you've got a bit of time to gather these things. And these are recorded, so you can always go back on this. So you're going to need to get yourself a little bit of space to work. So once you get going, we're going to need it. Because once you cut the things up and sticking and making stuff, you might actually need that bit more space. You're going to need a board or some cardboard that's big enough. Even just a cereal box, a large cereal box, cut it and open it out. Or maybe tape a few sides together. Remember, this is your board. You can make it whatever shape and size you want. You could do a big heart shape if you want. I wouldn't go any bigger than A1, and I wouldn't really go any smaller than an A4. Think about where it's going to go when it's completed, because you need to hang this up. Something to cut with. You're going to need some scissors. So some scissors will be great. I actually got a children's guillotine from the Aldi a while back, so that was a really good one. So something like that's fantastic. And you need some tape or some glue. So I've just got some Pritt stick and some sellotape. If you've got children's PVA glue, that would be great. Double-sided tape's fine as well. You're going to need some magazines that you can cut up. Magazines, so they've got old Swimmer's World magazines. This comes through the door today, DFS. I've got an old travel brochure. Anything that's got words and pictures that we can cut up. Don't be looking thinking, well, I'm not interested in that, or I'm not going on holiday. It's the words and the pictures that we're looking at. And we're going to make this our vision board, remember. If you've got access to the internet as well, you can print things out. You can also include things like family photographs as well. Any nice quotes or sayings that you want to include, print them out, or we can write them directly on. If you've got any fun markers or stickers, you can use them as well. If you want to add any embellishments, bits of glitter or anything, it's entirely up to you. It's your vision board, so whatever makes you feel good, then go for it. Remember as well, you can do this with the kids. You can do this with the kids. It's not just those oldies that need to do vision boards and goal boards and make plans. Children really like to do this as well, so get them involved. Set aside some time, and don't rush this. This is going to take more than a day. We're going to spend a couple of days on this now, just doing a little bit at a time. So tomorrow we're going to talk about how you're going to plan it and I'm going to take you through them steps. So what you do need as well as all that is just one blank piece of paper. Blank piece of paper and a pen is probably all we're going to need to start off with tomorrow. Okay, have a good evening everybody, and please stay safe. Bye now.